I like rugged phones. That's what I've always said every time when someone asked my opinion about them. You see, I am not and never was a fan of slim, glass-paneled phones just sitting there naked and vulnerable. I've always covered my devices, phone and tablets as well, in the best and thickest armor I could find. But now that I actually got my hands on a genuine rugged phone, I honestly can no longer say that I like it. Because actually, I freaking love it. Introducing the DooGee S100 Pro, and in the world of rugged smartphones, this beast really deserved the Pro title. I've already made not one, not two, but 4 short videos about this phone, from unboxing, battery life, night vision, and camping light, which all are great features. You can check them out, of course, after you finish watching this video. The links are in the description. Right now I'm gonna go directly to the details. And the details, I mean, come on, 108 megapixel Samsung main camera, 20 megapixel Sony night vision camera, 256 GB storage, 20 GB RAM, yes 20, 12 plus 8. That's a lot of RAM. 120Hz display, that's a full HD IPS display, and the creme de la creme, the cherry on top, the thing that tops all things and puts this smartphone there in the special zone, 22,000 milliamps battery. That's right, that's a 22 followed by 1, 2, 3 zeros. Okay, now I have the feeling like you just don't get it. So the average smartphone has a 4500 or 5000 milliamps battery. So this phone can fully charge 3 smartphones and still have enough battery life to last for 1 or 2 days. This phone does not need a power bank, because this phone is a power bank. And another thing that you might guess, and your guess is probably right, indeed it is an arm bender. It's heavy. You will definitely feel if someone tries to steal it from your pocket, because your net weight will probably decrease in half. I mean, it's obvious, with such a huge battery, the S100 Pro looks like it feeds on other phones. It's definitely a phone that you don't want to hold in your hands while falling asleep, because the phone cannot be charged with water. Can I say water without getting demonetized? Water. Man's performance. The DooGee S100 Pro may be as big as the Kingpin, but that doesn't make it slow. I mean, with a Helio G99 CPU, 20 gigs of RAM and 120Hz display, this phone is basically hiccups free and can perform any task with ease. And by perform any task, I know what you actually want to hear. Yes, it plays any game you throw at it with any settings you want. And because of its design, being so bulky and all, it really feels more of a console in the hands rather than a smartphone. And by this, I mean that it just fits cozy in the hands while playing. And speaking of the design, I mean, just look at it. Leather-like texture on the back, hard thick rubber on top and bottom for maximum protection in case of dropping. And of course we have the sides. Look at the sides. I actually really fight against the urge of putting a screwdriver in it. The camera system is good. Definitely not the greatest out there if you count all the flagship smartphones that there are right now, but this system right here, it does a hell of a job. I mean, we have the 108 megapixel Samsung sensor, which can also record videos in 2K. We have the 20 megapixel Sony night vision camera, which is a very fun thing to have because it's actually a real night vision camera and not some digital gimmick, and a 16 megapixel wide angle / macro camera. The 108 megapixel sensor is definitely not the newest or the best on the market, being around since some years already, but it's probably one of the best, if not the best sensor that you can find on a rugged phone. Other things worth mentioning about this phone are the more than decent front speakers, right side fingerprint sensor, NFC support, Corning Gorilla Glass, and Android 12. Stop. Android 12? Stock Android. Vanilla, bloatware free. Keep this in mind. Now, this phone is packed with features, either high-end specs or monster battery to power up the entire household, and different types of apps designed for a rugged phone, but there is one feature which sets this phone apart of any other rugged and non-rugged smartphones out there. And that feature is the new camping light. Now, this thing is not just any smartphone torch. One thing, because the S100 Pro has already a separate torch, a regular torch, this thing is a full-fledged flashlight. Full-fledged, that's a lot of F's coming from my mouth right now. Up to 130 lumens, 200 meters beam distance, and yeah, this thing can shine long distance and long time. Like 18 hours long on a single charge. Now, some people may complain that this ruins the design, but I personally don't think so. I think that makes the phone pop even more, makes it intriguing, because the first time I got my hands on this phone, all I wanted to know is what this thing in front here can do. Now, in conclusion, after experiencing the DooGee S100 Pro and using it as my main device since almost 2 weeks now, I can say with confidence that my preference for rugged smartphones is now cemented, and this phone has exceeded all my expectations. With its top-notch features, sturdy, real sturdy build, and massive 22,000 mAh battery, this smartphone can really truly stand out from the crowd. The camping light is an added bonus that further elevates its appeal, and it may be heavy, but for those who prioritize durability and long battery life, the S100 Pro is a real game changer. If you are in the market for a rugged smartphone, then the DooGee S100 Pro is definitely worth considering. All in all, this is what I think about the DooGee S100 Pro, and so with this I conclude today's review. If you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more tech reviews. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.